start, folks. We'd like to keep this session interactive. Keep dropping in your questions whenever you have them. We will have strategic points where Vitaly is going to stop and answer some of your questions, and we'll have time towards the end to answer the rest. With that, I'll start off today's star lecture. Welcome, everyone. Good evening. We are super happy to have you in today's PM School Star session, where we have Vitaly, who is a senior product manager at Revolut, one of the most successful, I would say, fintech platforms to come out of EU and UK, right? And Vitaly is going to talk. Obviously, I'll leave most of the talking to Vitaly today. With this, I hand it over to Vitaly to take over for today's session.
Yeah, thank you, Kushal. Thank you, guys. Yeah, feel free to share any of your questions, comments in the chat. I will answer all of them at the end of this session. So a little bit about me. Yeah, let me introduce myself. So my name is Vitaly. My surname is Vinogradov, and I work in tech for the last 10 years, mostly with AI based products and startups. Currently, I work at Revolut. I lead identification product there. And if you don't know what is Revolut, Revolut is a financial app. Basically, it's one of the largest unicorns in the world right now, with more than 25 million users. Basically, it's the app which helps you to manage your money well. Before Revolut, I worked in different countries, in different cultures. And for example, for the last couple of years, I worked in Portugal, in United Arab Emirates, mostly with products related to computer vision and artificial intelligence. I launched business insight products in cloud and computer vision products for mobile apps. Also, I have my small venture. It's a live app. It's an application to watch videos nearby. If you're interested, you can check in Google, search for it and check what is it. So that's about a little bit about me. I live currently in the UK, in London. What I wanna, before I start today's session, sorry, let's warm up a little bit. Please, Kushal already asked you, but I'll ask you again. Just a short introduction of yourself, just for me to understand like who you are, what is the audience. Yeah, please write where you live now, which country and city, and which tech product do you like the most. Can be any product, doesn't matter in any industry. Just for me to understand like who are you, to better feel my audience. Yep. Just write it down in the chat. Okay, so what we're gonna discuss today. Three main topics, right? First of all, I want to introduce you a little bit what we do with AI at Revolut, which kind of products. That's the first one. Then I want to deep dive more into the identity verification product, which I worked with currently at Revolut. I want to tell you like how it works, which parts includes in this product, why we build it, and how we build it. Yeah, and at the last session, at the last part of the session, I just want to share a little bit about my career path, my story, and maybe it will help you to understand if you want to become a AI product manager. It's a trend story now, like everybody talks about AI, and if you are interested in it, maybe my story will help you to understand how to get into this here. So I see some answers in the chat. That's good. See some. It's nice to see some activity. Thank you, guys. Yes, so Malaysia, India. Great. Great. India as well. Guys, somebody loves Spotify. Me too, basically. I love music a lot. Okay, guys, thank you for this short introduction. But keep writing in the chat. The more engagement we have, the better. Okay, then let's start, and let's start from my question to you. Yeah, what do you think? How do we use AI at Revolut? As I told you, Revolut is a financial application. Basically, it's an online bank. Yeah, so you can have a card there, you can spend your money, you can like take a loan there, have a credit card, etc. So there are basically 4 main use cases for AI at Revolut. What do you think? Like, which are they? Just in your opinion, a couple of variants, how we use AI at Revolut. What do you think? Feel free to chat. I'll give you like a minute to answer, to think. If you want, you can also join with voice, if you prefer, not just in chat. User verification. Perfect. Perfect. Logical. And predicting customer behavior from the data set. Yeah, that's true. Predicting customer behavior is one of the use cases. Anything else? So we have 2: user verification. Security. Security is through kind of a broad term. Fraud detection. Yeah, fraud detection. That's true. Basically, if you mean by security, fraud detection, yeah, that's it. So most of the cases are here already. Thank you, guys. I see that you understand the topic very well. So 4 of them. Helping mission to learn and behavior, risk analysis. Yeah, risk analysis, that's also true. Spend analytics. So 4 main cases where we use AI. First one, it's a fin crime. Yeah, it's a security. Those models like we use to prevent fraud or crime cases in our app. Of course, it's a banking sphere, and every time somebody tries to do some bad things, to steal money or something, so we should prevent it using AI. Second one, product recommendations. We use, but let me tell a little bit, more detailed about it later. Third one, customer support, and you forgot about it here. We use chat assistants and like voice assistant to help our customers. And the final one, it's identification. Yeah, that's our main topic today. So about fin crime, yeah, as I told you, in the banking sphere, in the money field, it's always, so there are a lot of crime and fraudsters who try to steal something. So we use AI models to predict such case, to predict and prevent such cases, and analyzing high-risk transactions, suspicious behavior, or unusual devices used, unusual location, etc. We feed those data to our models to analyze, is this behavior good or not, trying to prevent fraud cases. So the main goal here, to have less fraud cases in the app. Second one, product recommendation. Yeah, having user data, like user patterns, behavioral patterns, we can propose better products to user, which are suited explicitly to that user. Yeah, and it helps us to sold more product, and it helps users to get better suited for them products like cards, again, loans, for example, crypto tokens, etc. Because Revolut, it's not only about fiat money, it's also about crypto. Another case, customer support. We use generative AI and conversational AI to speed up a process of getting a support for our customers. Yeah, basically, for some cases, there is no need for a human to talk with a customer. Yeah, it's easier to use AI to answer simple questions, of course, with the possibility to drop to a real person if the case is very complicated. Yeah, here we reduce our costs and give better experience for users because the answer is immediate. Yeah, you don't need to wait for a real person to join. And the final case, it's identification, that the product which I want to describe today in the most details. It's a self-document checks during onboarding or login into the app. It helps us to prevent fraud again and to do like more smooth onboarding of the user, and gives us better conversion rates. How it works? Yeah, let's jump to the identification product, which I lead basically the team, and how it works. Yeah, why we need it. For the first topic to discuss here, why we need it. Fintech is a very government-regulated sphere. It means that if you work with money, it's required from the government to know your customer very well. So in some cases, like you can prove the identity of this person, like very strict way. For that, we need to see who are you, I mean, your appearance and your face, and we need to see your government issued ID. And yeah, we need to do like some checks to understand the realness of those documents submitted. We needed to comply with regulations and to be able to provide money services. That's the requirement, basic requirement for the online bank, basically. And I launched this product mostly from scratch in the company. And where did I start? Yeah. When I joined the company, we had very simple flow for those cases. For most of the cases, we just used third-party vendors, like it's already out of the box solutions for solving this issue, but not for all the cases. That's a good thing to do. For some cases, we had manual capturing, yeah, without any automation, and plus manual review with real people without any AI, which is also, you can imagine, like very cost us a lot and not very speed up the processes in the company. So what we built in the last couple of years, three things: selfie capturing and analyzing using artificial intelligence. Mostly it's about computer vision, yeah, and analyzing your selfie. AI document capture and recognition. By the document, I mean here, it's like your government issue IDs, like driving license or passport, etc. And optional voice recognition for high-risk transactions or high-risk cases where selfie is not enough. The discovery of this product, like why we need it, it took also some time, and we used some several data sources. It was like data analysis. By data, I mean existing submitted selfies documents which we have, and they're already looking to them. We discovered a lot of patterns, like what users need, what they actually submit, and what the problem they have, just looking into this data. Then it was an analysis of feedback in our support team, because most of the people, if they have some issues during this stage of identification, they just write to support. So we had a lot of feedback there, which was analyzed. And the third stage, we organized some user interviews with real users, like to understand what the problems they had using the product. and we came up with a solution. Yeah, and I just wanted to show you how we solve this issue now using artificial intelligence and how we speed up the process of onboarding people. First part is the selfie part. And here on the front end, we have fully automated flow. And basically buttonless. It means that you don't need to interact with the screen anyhow. Thanks for AI, basically, because the application itself gives you advices how you should properly position your face inside the mask, which you see. And then when like the AI model thinks that all good, we start capturing your selfie automatically, so you don't need to do nothing. Yeah, basically you just need to read instructions on the screen, place your face properly, and then after that we capture this and you go straight to the next stage of the onboarding. Sounds simple, but in real life it consists of several steps which we do using computer vision. First of all, yeah, we need to understand that there is enough light in the room, because if we don't see you, we can't do anything. Yeah, it's the first stage. We use some computer vision algorithms to detect lightness or darkness of the image, which we see. After that, if light is enough, we check if the position of the face is right. I mean, if it's not rotated or pitched, or are you place your face just straight inside the mask, etc. Because we need to see like all your face, not only a part of it, for example, and which we had before. Yeah, as I told you when we analyzed data. If your face matched this mask, then we do next set of checks. We check if your eyes closed or you're sleeping, for example. Is there any blur on the screen, for example, if you move your phone too fast? If all good, then we start capture automatically and send it to the backend. On the backend side, we also basically we have a set of like more than 10 different models which analyze this data submitted. And what we do there, we check if the quality of image is enough. Yeah, by that I mean like not only resolution, but like all the prerequisitions which I told you before, are they comply? Yeah, we check if the person is a real person using AI models, like, so it's not a doll or not a photo, just a photo submitted, yeah, or screen of the screen, photo of the screen, etc. We check if it's generated image or not, like deepfakes. You know, it's like a high-tech industry now to generate deepfakes, and we have some problems with that. So we did like this. We check if this person already exists in our database, so you can't have two similar accounts registered to the same person, of course. And after that, based on those results, we make a decision. Second part, it's a document capturing. Basically, it's kind of the same stuff, and we do almost the same checks on the front end using AI, and it's also automated flow where we don't need any input from user, except just following the advices which we gives you based on like how your document is placed inside the screen. We do the same light checks, position checks, quality checks. Then we start capturing, sending it to backend, and then we repeat it for the next page if your document have several pages. Yeah, that's the difference. So we can ask for another document. For example, it's a specific, if a specific country requires more than one document to onboard you. And I see a question: how do you identify if the ID provided is authentic or fake? We use like special models trained on a large amount of data, which like produce just a binary answer, like is it fake or not? And to achieve this, we just like gather a lot of fake or modified documents, which we already have, for example, in our database. So we generate them by ourselves, just to make the data set bigger. And having this data, we label this data, of course, and having all those data, we just train a model, and magically it can detect those fake submissions. On the back end, it's like the same story as with selfies mostly. We also check the quality of our input, so we don't want to process some dark images, or I don't know, images which are too blurry, or I don't know, half captured. We check if the document ID is real, as I told you, based on our data sets which we have. We compare the photo of yourself and the photo on the document, either the same or not. Extract text from the document to simplify the work later, so we don't need to write it manually, and make a decision. As I told you, we also use voice recognition for some cases, and yes, for some high-risk transactions, we want to assure that the person is real, like enough, like sending this submission. Yeah, for that we generate a random challenge of a few numbers, which you need to pronounce aloud with your microphone. And after that, we of course recognize this speech, like transform into text, again using speech to text ML models, yeah, and compare if it match. Yeah, that's challenge which was initially generated and what you already submitted. And because of this randomness, we can for sure know that it was pronounced like just in time by a real person who are trying to log in, not but someone else before, like pre-recorded, I don't know, a year ago. And having this product, how we measure success, which metrics do we use? How do you think? Yeah, let's again engage a little bit in the conversation. What do you think? How we measure success of such type of product? Yeah, which captures selfies, documents, because it's the most important part, right? Does it work or not? What do you think? User feedback, user rating. Not at all. Yeah, basically, as I told you initially, the main purpose of this product is to prevent fraud and also to make user experience better and onboard more users, as many users basically as possible. Yeah, because it's a kind of very this flow like shows at the very beginning of the journey of the user, just at the start of it. So there are two main metrics here. Onboarding time reduction. Yeah, it's close to the real answer. That's very close. So it relates to the user experience. But what about fraud? What do you think fraud? How do we measure this thing? Any variance do you have? Conversion to success rate. What this is the right answer basically. A conversion is the most significant metrics which we have here. Time taken to complete the whole procedure. It's like similar to conversion basically, but yeah, it's one of the most. conversion rate accuracy. Accuracy is more close to fraud metrics. Thank you for this answer as well. But let me show you what we really measure, right? So there are two fraud-related metrics, and they are connected to precision or accuracy of our AI models. Possibility of false positive do exist. Yeah, it's very similar to what I'm talking about now. False negative rate, what does it mean? Basically, it means how many fraudsters we passed. It means how many people who try to spoof a system, like submitting some fake documents or selfies, we passed. That's our main metric, and it tells how our models really work. Yeah, how well they do the main responsibility of them. But on the same time, like if we block a lot of fraudsters, we also can accidentally block some normal people as well, because the model can do mistakes. Yeah, that's why we have a counter metrics here, and we call it false positive rate. It means how many normal people we block. And the goal here for the team to block as many fraudsters as we can, but at the same time to pass or not block as many normal people as we can. And it's kind of always a trade-off, right? So we can have like 100% false negative and like 0% false positive. Yeah, it's always a trade-off. So we can skip some fraudsters, but at the same time, we will allow to go for more like usual customers. And the second one, in terms of user experience, this is conversion rate. It was already mentioned in the chat, and that's true. Yeah, from the user view, our main goal is to onboard as many people as we can. Yeah, so for that, the flow should be very user-friendly, understandable, and conversion rate in this case should grow. Question from Saurabh. Do you process mining for work? Flow compliance. Mining, what do you mean by mining? Mining, for me, mining, it's kind of something from crypto industry. Yeah, if you can you please explain what do you mean by mining here? And so what are actual results? Yeah, I told you what we measure, and that's the results of introduction of this product, which we have, and the most significant improvement was increase in conversion rate, 10%. And why it happened? It happened because of this AI automation, which I showed you initially. So because of this fully automated flow, where you don't need to do anything, you don't need to push any buttons, you don't need to sync, basically. Yeah, AI just do all the work for you. Yeah, it just suggests how to properly place your document on your face in the screen, and that's it. So with those suggestions, we increased conversion rate. At the same time, we decreased fraud rate. Again, why it happens? Because of AI checks which we implemented. As I told you before, we had only manual checks and a very simplified flow. And with AI checks, it's not only faster to make a decision, right, than a human decision, but it also more precise, because having large amounts of data having large amounts of data, we can handle more fraud cases using our AI models, which is also very good for us. Yeah, that's it. That's all from the product perspective. And yeah, if you have any questions about this part of my speech, you can ask them in the channel. And I just want to proceed to the final part. And I want to talk a little bit about how to become how you can become an AI product manager. Based on my career experience, maybe it will help you to understand how to join this path if you are interested in it. And so my career path looks like that. I started as a founder. I worked with several e-commerce product and mobile product as well. Then I joined computer vision and AI industry as a product manager at some point. And finally, I'm at Revolut. Yeah, so based on my experience, yeah, what I can recommend you. Well, let's go through my experience first. Yeah, first of all, it's like entrepreneurship experience. Yeah, trying to solve real world needs. I gathered some experience how to do it without any help, right? How to be enough self-driven to solve a problem of a user. Yeah, and trying this by myself, I gained a lot of experience. Of course, I started another venture after this because it was like a small one. The second idea was bigger, and having this experience, basically hands-on experience, how to build a product and how to close a user need, I joined a growing trend of AI products, and I joined several startups. The first one was IIT, where I launched like a business insight product for analyzing a stream from video cameras, from AP video cameras. So having startup experience before, I joined a new growing trend where it's those those skills, yeah, are required because it's something new. You need to build something new which doesn't existed before. The technology is new, and you need to be very have a lot of entrepreneurial skills to do something from scratch. And that's why it was this entrepreneurial experience was really useful in the AI field, because it's like just started to grow. And okay, keep asking questions. I'll answer them just after I finish this talk. We will have a lot of time to answer to them. So after this experience, I went to another startup where I already having a computer vision experience. I built an identity verification product for banks, basically, which was like very successful with more than 3 million transactions per year, and it was like separating in many different countries, like in Latin America and Thailand, China, etc. And it was my like second step of building my AI related experience in a startup industry. And after that, I joined Revolut. Yeah, having this previous experience of building AI products in some growing and or maybe early stage companies, I joined Revolut. Like Revolut is already not early stage company; it's like very like mature company, not a startup at all. And having this experience, I joined Revolut, leading a huge AI product, and that's how my path lead me here. So based on this story of myself, just want to give you some advices. If you want to be AI manager, yeah, AI is a very kind of a growing sphere, and it's not very stable, maybe now. So first of all, you need an experience. Yeah, a company want you not because you're a good person or something like that. Yeah, the company wants you because of your experience, and basically you sell your experience to the company, and you need something to sell. So to gain an experience, you can do it like two ways. Either you can be a founder of some startup or I don't know, venture in the field of AI, or you can work on a like low level role in a startup which works with AI. Yeah, and you need it just to gain experience in the field, to understand the pains of the users, which can be solved using AI, or to understand the technologies basically which can be used to solve those problems. So from two sides, yeah, from the customer pain perspective and from the technology perspective. Having this experience, you can go next step. Yeah, you can make it more strong, working on AI focused startups, maybe in a bigger ventures than before. And that's the base. Yeah, if you have this experience and you make it stronger in AI focused startup or company, you can go bigger. Yeah, you can go to companies which like work worldwide, like big tech companies, because this experience is valuable for them. Yeah, that's what they want basically from you. You need to understand how to solve real life user problems using AI. And that's my tips for you. And basically based on my experience and how I did it, yeah, maybe it will help you. My time is over. Yeah, now it's time to answer your questions. Thank you for listening. Yeah, let me check what we have in the chat. Maybe Kushal will tell something what he has.
We have a few questions. I think the latest one, excuse me, from Samia. Oh no, actually there's one question from Vivek before that. Do you use transfer learning or build from scratch? I think the question from Vivek was specific to using specific AI models. Vitaly?
You mean do we build models like from scratch using our data, or we just use pre-trained models? If you mean that,
I think perhaps that is the intent of the question.
Yeah, if you mean that, sometimes we use pre-trained models for some specific cases which are very common, like face recognition, for example. Yeah, there are a lot of out-of-the-box solutions for recognize your face. There is no need to train something else. There is no need for some specific data to do this task. But it's kind of a exclusion. Yeah. For most of the cases, we have a lot of specific data which we can't process using some out-of-the-box solutions. So we build our own models. But we, of course, use like architectures which are already common. We just retrain those model architectures on a new data sets. Basically, of course, we don't do everything from scratch. It will take too much time. Okay, next question. Maybe let me go through them, Kushal. I will just read so straight away. Finance is one of the fields that the most concerned with security. Yeah, that's true. What do you think about including AI in security-related fields? But as I told you initially, that's what we do basically. And the first use case for AI at Revolut is security related case. Basically, yeah, we need to detect suspicious behavior of the user and trying to detect that they are trustable. So answering your question, I think that's like we can avoid it, and we should use AI for security reasons, and we do this basically. It's one of the most common cases. Okay, thank you. Next question. How many jobs did you interview for while landing your current position? And which factors helped and affected your job search interview? Gotcha. That's the interesting question. And basically, I passed. I got this job from my first attempt, and I didn't have a lot of interviews. And why? Because of my experience. Yeah, as I told you, I had a lot of experience in computer vision and identification field before. Yeah, I already built this experience, and I just sold this experience to a new company, basically. Yeah, that's why I'm here at Revolut, and it was kind of easy. I think it wasn't like a job search venture for me. Yeah, trying to pass a lot of interviews, because I built this experience, and it was exactly what the company needed at this stage. So answering your questions, not many interviews was before, because of my previous experience, and it's very related to company needs. Let me check. What would you recommend having in-depth knowledge of AI/ML algorithms and methods to become an IPM? Yeah, I always recommend to have a good technology knowledge when you're want to become a PM in any field, not only in AI field. Why I think so? Yeah, the work of a product manager, it consists of two things. Yeah, two main things. First one, you need to know the pains, or you need to know what the users need. Yeah, for that you should talk a lot with your potential users, have a good knowledge of a field where you work, and of the people whom problem you solve. Yeah, that's the first thing. Second one, you need to understand how to solve. If you know those problems, it doesn't mean success. Yeah, you need to know how to solve those problems. It's the second part. How to know, how can you know how to solve it? Yeah, it's based on your knowledge of technology. Yeah, so you need to know very well which possibilities do you have with AI, and which basically problems you can really solve with AI. For that, of course, you need to know very good the technical side of AI modeling, at least several basic architectures of neural networks, like CNN, for example. Yeah, just the basics. You don't need to know a lot of them, because it's a huge amount of knowledge and it's impossible to know. But basics you should know, and it will really help you to build better products and to engage with your team better, and to lead your team to build the proper products shortest way. So yes, technical knowledge is very important. Any side project that you'd recommend working on to gain experience on product management AI? Something we might not now if we enjoy working with AI products if we don't try it out. Oh, side projects. That's a good question. There is a growing trend now in AI, and I think you all know this. It's large language models. Yeah, and or conversational AI, generative AI in like conversational field. And there are a lot of use cases with this. And there are a lot of not so big companies which are trying to use those use cases now to implement them. For example, not so long time ago, I heard about few startups, small ones, which try to use like large language models like ChatGPT or other ones, to generate road, like trip roads, like, or trip guides. For example, if you want to visit a specific country, and you know, or specific city, and you know your budget, you know how many people will go, where you want to stay, which in some other like initial questions, you just type in those requirements, and a large language model will generate an answer to you with a like your road, which places you need to visit, like how much money you should spend there, like how much time it will take to go from one point to another. And later on, I just tried to discover this field, and I found out that there are a lot of like more than 10 startups in this field which try to solve this problem of generating personalized travel road using AI. And it's just an example of some projects which you can join, like just write their founders, like guys, like I want to help you, are really engaged in this problem, and you can gain experience there working with AI. That's just one example. I'm sure there are a lot of other use cases of implementing these large language models, except this one you just need to Google, try to find some other ways to implement it. But that's a good way to gain some initial experience, which afterwards you can sell to a bigger company. And I think it's the most straight way to get an AI product manager role, to gain experience somewhere in a small startup or company and then sell it to a bigger one. What is your current salary? Not very proper question, I think. Let's discuss it in a private message. What would be the best approach to transition from a non-tech career to a PM role in tech-based company? Again, what would be the best approach to transition from a non-tech? Oh, gotcha. It's a hard question, basically. Transition from a non-tech career to PM. I think it's the same. You need to gain somehow this tech experience. If you don't have it, but if you want to transition, you need to gain this experience somehow. And the only way you can do it is just trying to solve some real world problem using those skills. And first of all, how I recommend you to start here, if you want to go into a tech position, you need to understand what software development or what tech is it. For that, you can at least, I don't know, try to learn some programming language, for example. The simplest one, JavaScript or Python, just basics. Just for you to understand what does it mean to write a code. And having this knowledge, again, if you already understand it and if you learned it, you can try to find a small company or kind of a startup where you can implement those knowledge. I mean, and try to solve a real world user problem with this technology. If you got it, and if you get it, basically, if you will get this experience, you can then try to go to other company where this experience is required. So like that. I don't see any other ways how you can transition from the non-tech career to tech career. If you work in one exception here, if you don't work in a tech company on a non-tech position, because if you work in a tech company on a non-tech position, then maybe you can transition using your personal relations in this company. But anyway, you will need some knowledge, tech knowledge, so you can pass an internal interview at least. Then the second way, maybe not so common, but it's possible. In case if you already work in tech company on non-tech position. Yeah, and that's a good question. I see everybody likes this question. I tried to answer like as honest as I can, guys. And yeah, that's it from my side basically for today. Thank you so much. Contact me via LinkedIn. That's my name there. That's my tech there. Just write it down. Feel free to connect. Any other questions, Kushal? Or that's it?
Folks, we have a few minutes to ask any final questions. Otherwise, we can end today's session. I think there's a lot of good questions going around and a lot of interest in the field of AI and the intersection of AI and product management. We have one more question from Vivek to you.
Yes. What is your role in the entire process and what steps of the development process you're involved? Basically, I'm a product lead of this identification team. And it means that my responsibility is to build a strategy for this product and like how it will grow company related metrics, like I told you, yeah, those false negative rates and conversion rates during a long-term period, like 1, 2, 3 years. Yeah, I'm defining this, I'm building a strategy and roadmap according to this strategy. That's my main responsibility. And then after that, I need to execute it properly. Yes, so my second responsibility is to lead and to lead the team to achieve those tasks and goals which were set. Basically, I do this like engaging in sprint planning, like doing stand-ups, like talking with the team members individually, like my goal here. So the strategy which I built based on my understanding of the problem, of the user problem, yeah. My goal is to deliver it and to explain my team what we do, why we do, and how to deliver it as fast as possible. Something like that. Any other questions, or that's it?
I think we are looking good, Dali.
Yep.
Folks, if there's no any other questions, we can end today's session. Thanks everyone for participating. I know it's a little late at this moment, but yeah, as always, appreciate all the questions which have come through and all the enthusiasm you have shown to know more about building products on AI, using AI, right? So just to let you know, we at PM School, we have our aim is to help folks get into the stream of product management or help become better product managers through an 8-week intensive experience or program, which we're calling the PM School Live Cohort program. If you're interested, Priyal will anyway reach out to everyone who's signed up today over email. We're including a lot of new topics like AI in product management as well into in the new cohort. So if you're interested, please drop us a note and we'll get you on to the next. And if you're interested, if you qualify, we'll get you on the next cohort as well. So with that, I thank Vitaly again for spending his time today with us and sharing his knowledge. Thanks, Vitaly. I'm pretty sure everyone would have takeaways from today's lecture to probably use in their day-to-day product management life cycles, or if they're planning to build something in the future using AI. That would be useful information as well. With that, we end today's call. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Vitaly, again. And hope to see you guys very soon.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for listening to me. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye.